He's one of the best movers this sport has ever seen.
A 50th Grand Slam semi-final for Novak.
Zverev back in the semi-finals of the Australian Open for a third time. Is this the year to win his maiden major?
Ben Shelton making American tennis great again. He is through to the semi-finals in Australia. Sensational from Sinner.
A second semi-final here in Australia for the defending champion.
It's men's singles semi-final action. Please welcome to Rod Laver Arena from the United States of America, Ben Shelton. And their opponent, world number one, Jannik Sinner.
Good evening and welcome to the second of the men's semi-finals today. Of course, Sasha Zverev winning via retirement after the opening set against Novak Djokovic was really disappointing, but he is safely through to Sunday's showpiece final. And then there were three. The world number one still very much in the mix. The world number two waiting for the winner of this contest in the final. But this guy, Box Office Ben, is he going to be the party spoiler for a classic 1v2 matchup? Well, we'll have to wait and see. Because on a hard court, over the last 12 months or so, this guy has almost been unplayable. He is the defending champion, and he is playing lights out. He's had to battle extremely hard. He was unwell when he took to center stage against Holger Rune. Oh, so close to perhaps going out there, but boy, did he dig deep. And he is still very much alive and kicking. But against Ben Shelton, he's up against a guy who's got some serious firepower.
Hey Ben, this is Ethan. He's going to help out. All right, for the towels, mate, why don't you take the red one, and you take the blue one for the towels. Any questions about the VR, the video review? All good with video review? Everything all right? Okay. Ethan, we're going to make the coin toss, and let's see your coin. Jannik, AO or John Newcomb? AO, okay. Serve. Stay here. Let's do some photos.
So Sinner's won the toss. Sinner's elected to serve.
Ethan,
a lovely
turn around.
commemorative coin for John Newcomb, who of course won the singles title twice here and 5 times in the double. Someone who knows him oh so well is my co-commentator this evening, another Aussie legend. That is John Fitzgerald. Good evening, Fitzy.
Thank you, Robbie. I'm excited. This has the hallmarks of a big matchup, a huge occasion, a semi-final of a major like this. Big day for both of these players, and well, they come from different angles, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly do. Across the pond, the Europe versus US rivalry is getting healthy. The men in US tennis are very much starting to step up. The women have been doing it for decades. Nice to see a strong contingent on the male side.
Very much so. I mean, the game needs a strong US contingent, in my opinion. We need that in the global sport, and this young man is right at the forefront of that.
Yeah, no kidding. Ranked 20, but I can tell you his live ranking with the results he's been able to produce so far. He'll be ranked number 14, and some good wins. Brendan Nakashima in the opening round. Never easy when you play a fellow countryman, and we know how well Nakashima played last year. Able to beat Pablo Carreño Busta. Lorenzo Musetti. His 2 Italian flags there. He might not get a visa to Rome in a couple of months' time.
If he goes again.
Exactly. Lorenzo's match was a tough one. He spoke about it, and Lorenzo Sonego gave him a good run for his money and gave him a lot of plaudits for the fight that he showed. Of course, for Lorenzo, it was the very first time he had been to the quarterfinals at a major. This guy, though, he sits in the rankings penthouse, and he's been enjoying the view for a long, long time. 2024 was the season for the ages, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's currently the benchmark. No other way to describe it. He's the best player in the world in the last 12 months. He deserves that title. And he loves the hard court. And he knows how to win on this court.
And that's his journey through to the final. And we mentioned the match against Holger Rune. He had to dig deep there, but outstanding throughout, especially against Alex de Minaur. Well, it's a golden opportunity to go down to one of Jannik's coaches, and of course a good friend of yours, Darren Cain. First of all, Darren, thanks for having a chat with us.
Pleasure, boys.
And DC, I was really curious to know how the last 48 hours have been. What's been the modus operandi for Jannik Sinner? How do the days evolve?
Pretty normal, to be honest, Robbie. He practiced about an hour and a half yesterday. We got Alex Bolt from Adelaide to come out and smack a few big lefty serves at him, so I got used to the leftiness that he'll feel tonight. And then a normal warm-up this morning, about 40 minutes. So pretty normal routine for him. He's physically feeling good and ready to go.
Killer Fitzy here. Look, we know he won the title last year, his first ever Grand Slam. How do you see his form? Can you compare it to this stage of the tournament last year?
Well, I think he's a better player than this time last year. We would hope so, because he's only 23 years of age and he's put a lot of work in the last 12 months to keep evolving his game and to add different ways of finishing points. And that's, using that forehand down the line more effectively and coming to net a little bit more. And we changed his serve to the step-up serve, and he's getting more used to that and varying the second serve a little bit more. And I think that's just going to be a continuation of his game over the next 5 or 6 years. So I think he's got more confidence and belief now. He's walking tall on the court, and so clearly it takes a really good performance to beat him, especially over 5 sets. And he's up against a heck of an opponent tonight, and they've had some really big battles over the last couple of years and a couple of great matches in Shanghai, and even the last one they played in Shanghai kind of went down to the wire, so it was just a couple of points here or there. So he knows Ben well, respects his game, and knows the firepower that he brings to the court.
Darren, do you get nervous sitting there watching the match unfold?
Absolutely, mate. You never get used to this, the butterflies in the stomach. It's next best thing to playing, but certainly I think the nerves are worse from a coaching point of view, because you really play no part in it and you can't do anything about it. So, yeah, the stomach churns like you wouldn't believe. But it's the great thing about coaching.
I think that makes you look like a greyhound, right, Kelly? You never put on any weight. It must be the nerves, I think.
I'm a greyhound with the amount of grey hair I have. I know that.
Can you mention or talk about what went through his mind or your mind? He probably barely knows what happened in the afternoon match. I'm sure he is aware of the result, but does that affect his thinking at all?
No, absolutely not. No, he respects every single person that he plays, no matter who's down the other side of the court. And he knows his challenge tonight is just one guy, and that's a guy called Ben Shelton. So he would not have thought anything about what might happen on Sunday. He is wholly and solely concerned with this semi-final match and Ben.
Beautiful.
Thanks very much, DC. Best of luck this evening.
Cheers.
Good luck, mate.
Well, the warm-up is done. The players are ready. Cannot wait for this one to get underway. The shot-making southpaw, that is Ben Shelton, up against Jannik Sinner, who is not only the defending champion, but who's been simply sensational over the past 12 months. Can the former Florida Gator snap the 19-match win streak of the Italian Fox? Sasha Zverev awaits the winner in Sunday's showpiece final.
First set, Jannik Sinner to serve.
How cunning can this man be today? We'll have to wait and find out.